Today we are with Shane Hofmann with Prosperity Home Mortgage, and we just want to get know a little bit about him, his company, and what we're seeing in the market today and moving forward. Without further ado, Shane Hofmann with Prosperity Home Mortgage. Tell us a little bit about yourself and Prosperity.
Thank you for having me. Yeah, so basically, I've been with the company for 14 years. I've been in the lending business now for 22, which is scary to say, I guess. Means I'm getting older, apparently. So
you've seen it all.
Yeah, kind of seen it all. So, with Prosperity, one nice thing is that, we are across the country. So we just have a little bit of power. We're multiple states that we can lend in, right? It just makes us a top 25 originator in the country, which is great. And last year, in fact, we were ranked number 1 in overall customer satisfaction with mortgage originators. Okay, so that gives me power with what we're doing, right? It gives me confidence in what we're doing. It means things are going well, really, right? So, and then, when you think about the market in general, I would say we've seen some significant rate improvement since like midsummer, probably May, June. We're sitting at 7.25 or somewhere in that range. Yeah. And now today sitting in at, mid 6s, right? That's a big deal. So 3/4 of a point in a span of 5 months is pretty significant, So that just means affordability is better for buyers, right? More opportunities there, which has just been nice to see, right? Just even the psychological part of having that 6 in front of it, if anything else, is a good thing. So,
So, and I know rates are going to be always a tough conversation, especially with a video, because you don't know if you're watching this in October or January. Sure. So any other trends that we're seeing in the market today in this fall market?
Yeah. In this fall market, I would say, we even had a meeting yesterday just talking about, things maybe sitting a little bit longer or having a price reduction with the listing, right? And so we're starting to see like seller paid closing costs again, right? Okay. And people kind of using that to even spend any more money on the interest rate, right? We didn't see that for a while, especially over the last couple of years. Like it wasn't in favor of the buyers, right? It was such a seller's market that the buyer didn't have a whole lot of power when it came to that. And that's not that it's completely back by any means, don't get me wrong, but we're seeing a lot more seller paid closing costs and people using that in kind of various ways. Obviously that can help with their cash to close on what they need, or a lot of people are using it on the rate, Sure. So, because that was a hindrance for people for quite a while now was the interest rate, right? And I know I've said that a couple times now, but that has been one of the themes the last few years has been rates, So that's been nice.
Now looking forward, obviously we don't have a crystal ball, we can't look forward, but in Minnesota, we always look forward to spring, which is early February. We have no idea what's going to happen with the rates and economic conditions, but what do you see, even, or what should a buyer do maybe throughout the winter months if they're looking for a spring move? And what they should be looking for.
For sure. Yeah. I think people getting approved earlier than you might normally do, I think is always a good idea. Okay. Because it gives me, somebody with experience, a chance to look at their file and just be like, hey, if we did XYZ, maybe we would have pushed credit from 700 to 760. And maybe that may
take a couple months.
It might. And, and we only do a soft credit pull at that point too. So, it's not a hard ding on your credit, right? But that gives somebody like me an opportunity to look at things and make sure you're kind of set up to be in the best spot possible when you are ready to buy. And then, I just think with the way rates have trended, I think we're continuing to see that go that way. Again, your crystal ball theory is great, right? You don't know that. But I think we're going to continue to see a little bit of improvement as we go too. So I think just kind of getting ahead of it, maybe more than you might think, is a good idea.
Sure. Well, Shane, I appreciate the time. We wanted to keep this video quick.
Yeah, for sure.
His contact information is going to be in this video, or as always, contact me and we can get you guys into connection. And any questions for either one of us, please don't hesitate to reach out.